Good evening, Grayson, Ivan, and everyone on the Usenet. I have no idea. I used to go to a couple Hamfests per year to purchase parts for electronic builds, but I haven't gone to any for about the last 6 years. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
License please to you, Randy. Next up, N2B8, Bill from Pall New York.
Good evening, Grayson, Ivan, everybody. I'm going to say around 12. 1-2. N2BH.
License please to you, Bill. Next up, KD2CCK, David from Frankfort, New York.
Good evening to everyone on that. Name here is Matthew, and call sign KE2CCK. It's nice to meet you tonight. I've only been to one Hamfest so far, but I plan to go to at least one more this summer, so that's the plan. That'll make 2 this year for me. So, everybody have a wonderful night, and thanks for doing what you do, and great job. This is KE2CCK, back to net control.
License please to David. Next up, N1NDN, Bonnie from Hudson Falls, New York.
Grayson, everybody on the net, this is Bernie, N1NDN, and it's hard for me because I go to a lot of Hamfests, so I've been to 3 this year. Number 4 is 2 weeks from tomorrow, actually 2 weeks from today. It's on Friday over in New Hampshire. That's a good one. Anyway, love going to Hamfests. I like buying stuff. I like selling stuff. Anyway, it's an addiction and a disease. So, yeah, I've been to probably 70 or 80, maybe more. Anyway, it's a thing. I enjoy going to Hamfests. So you picked the right question for me. I've never checked into this net, so I don't know if this is a one-round net or multi-round net. I have to make this one and done. My wife is in school in Minnesota and just called me, so I'm going to call her back. N1NDN, 7-3 all around. Back to you, Grayson.
I think Ivan was the one logging. Sorry, you put a lot of ... 70 to 80 though, that is so quite impressive. I don't think I'll ever be able to do that. Alright, so free C. Bonnie, KL4, CO8, Hector from Jacksonville, North Carolina. He is in and out, okay. K2AP, Joe from ECR, New York.
Good evening, Grayson, and good evening to the net. Well, I would have to say at least 20 times because I'm a member of Limelock, and members can go to the Hamfest for nothing. So you see that and the Orlando Hamfest at least 20 times. K2AP, back to... to a total of 4 Hamfests. The last one was Hamcation in Orlando in January or February when we were down there. Grayson, I've got my granddaughter here. She's not a ham, but she'd like to talk as a third party. If that's okay, I'll put her on.
That is 1000% okay.
Yeah, my name is Cameron, and I've never been to a Hamfest. I just found out about this networking stuff tonight, actually. I think it's pretty neat.
Must be, yeah. You can do a lot with amateur radio. In fact, you don't have to just listen to your ham band. You can listen to, local businesses in your area. I've been doing that recently. Guess what? I picked up quite a few. It's an interesting hobby, to say the least, Send freaks to, Bill and your daughter there. Next up, KB8WXW, Chuck from Toledo, Ohio.
Everybody, I have not been to a single Hamfest yet. Planning on getting there at one point, but have not been yet.
Simply see Chuck. Next up, KD4DAN, Dan from Ocoee, Florida.
I've been to one Hamfest in Orlando, February 14th. That's a month after getting my tech license. That's the only one I've been to, and I'm currently talking on an open spot 4 for the first time. I got an hour ago from N1 and DN. I think he said he likes to do it by himself, but, well, it's true. Back to you, Net Control.
Nice. Yeah, sounding really good. What was the hamcation that you went to?
About 20 minutes from Orlando, and we went to the Hamcation and joined the Orlando Amateur Radio Club, and so I'm enjoying the hobby. You've been in a lot longer, and I found that I learned more from those that attended than all the seminars. Matter of fact, I didn't show up to half of the little seminars because I was talking to people and learning so much about ham radio.
Yeah, I'm there at the deal, so hopefully I see you next deal. Simply see you, Dan. Next up, KA8BYU, Roy from Bassville, New York.
Good evening, Grayson, and everybody on the internet. KA8BYU. Well, first one was back in 1972, and I have probably been to well over 100 Hamfests in the last few decades. So let's go with 100 and say that's about minimum.
Simply see you, Roy. Next up, N3D2D, Ray from Beaver, Pennsylvania.
Good evening, Grayson. Ivan, Vicky, Sal. I've been to 10 Hamfest. 10. This is N3DQD.
Please see Ray. Next up, I'll hand it back over to, what was it, Sal, I think? Bill, okay. Bill, so I'll send it over to, Vicky, okay. I'll send it over to Vicky now, to get more seconds.
That's all right. Thank you, Grayson. This is Vicky, K8VKY. Again, the question is, approximately how many times have you been to a Hamfest? I know some of them might be crazy, but you can just guess. Taking more check-ins, twice and slowly, please.
November 3, Mike Delta Charlie. November 3, Mike Delta Charlie.
Bravo 2, Whiskey Golf Charles Mobile. Kilo Bravo 2, Whiskey Golf Charles Mobile. WB2JPQ, WB2JPQ.
W2, DW, W2, DW.
KR4GGT, KR4GGT.
Victor Echo 3, Delta Delta Romeo. K4 PJM, K4 PJM.
All right, we'll hold it up there. From Leesburg, we've got K4 PJM, Dunnville, Ontario, Canada, VE3DDR, and then we've got KR4 GGT, W2PW, WB2JPQ, KB2 WGC, and at the top of this list, N3 MDC. Over to you, Grayson.
Vicky. Honey, N3MDC Michael from Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Good evening, Grayson, here on the Usenet. Well, Grayson, there's actually a Hamfest that's coming up on April 25th, which is not too far from my house. It's it's called the Winston-Salem Hamfest. But unfortunately, I won't be able to go to it because there's no sidewalk leading down to the Hamfest. It's at the Baptist Church. So I would like to go to it, but I usually ride my bike. So unfortunately, there's no sidewalk leading down there, and there's a lot of traffic on the road near there, and there's no lights for me to ride my bike. So I've been to Hamfest for a long time. I'd like to go to that one, but like I said, there's no sidewalk for me to ride my bike, and there's a lot of traffic on that road that's near my house, and I don't want to ride my bike on that road, unfortunately, due to heavy traffic. But I mean, I'd love to go to Hamfest, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to that one. I used to go to it, it's on the other side of my house, but that's not going to happen. But I haven't been to Hamfest in years, but I'd love to go to one, but unfortunately, I won't be able to this year. Back to you. This is M3MDC.
Some police to you, Michael. Next up, KB2 WGC, Kevin from Homosassa, Florida.
Good evening to everybody on the net, and Grayson, you're doing a great job tonight. Been to about 8. The biggest one I was able to get to was the one in Orlando a few years ago. But I did get to visit ARRL headquarters this past year, and that was an awesome place to go. Everybody should try to make opportunity to go there. Everybody's quite helpful and friendly. Everybody have a good weekend. Kilo Bravo 2, Whiskey Golf Charles, clear.
Alrighty, some police to you. Where was I? I lost where I was at. Some police to you, Kevin. Okay. Next up, WB2 JPQ, Dick from Eldon, New York.
Well, good evening again, Grayson, Ivan, and everybody. I've been sitting here thinking. I've been a ham for a long time, but I think conservatively I could put down 150. I'm sure it's money more than that. This is WB2JPQ.
Please see Dick. Next up, W2 PW Plus from Patanugi. Am I saying that right? Patanugi, New York. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
If you take your finger and you hold it over the UE, forget the UE. It just says Patchogue. Now, I'm not still there anymore. I've moved on to West Islip. And by the way, I just heard of a new check-in from Long Island, A2AP in East Islip, so I have to look him up and say hello. Yeah, easily over 100. I've been to everything from, rec centers to the yard of a fire department to some friends of mine took me one that was in the of a nursing home, and I looked at them and said, hey, wait a second, is this an intervention? Been to Tokyo twice, and of course the Big Mac Daddy. This is 48 Daytons in a row. This will be the 49th, and it would be 2 more except for COVID. So I do like my Hamfests. Grayson, did you change your call sign? I got mixed up. Did Vicky turn over to another call sign, or are you still KG4 BUT?
So, Kilo
Did I break these here?
for Bravo Uniform Tango.
Oh, okay, I got confused. Okay, thank you. Back to net control. W2BW.
Alrighty, Simply C+. Next up, KR4 GGT Andrew.
Thank you. This is KR4GGT. Thank you for doing the net tonight. I have been to 0 ham conventions, but I'm looking forward to hopefully going to the Dayton ham convention. And I'm really glad I'm able to check into this net. I heard about it 2 weeks ago, and we've been going places and traveling, so I haven't been able to. And I'm too far away to hit one of the East Coast Reflector repeaters, so I'm here on Echolink. Hopefully I sound well, and thank you for doing the net. I'm glad I found this. This is KR4GGT, back to net, 73.
Please to you, Andrew. Next up, BE Fleet, DL, Dave from Dunsville, Ontario, Canada. BE Fleet, DL, Dave from Dunsville, Ontario, Canada. Are you with us?
Yeah, good evening. 73 separately online, or on frequency, using Echolink. I am from Dunsville, Ontario, and I have been to 0 Hamfests. I've only been licensed for a couple of years, but 0 Hamfests, I've got everything I need. If I know that if I go to a Hamfest, I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff that I really don't need. I check them out an awful lot on YouTube, but I've been to none so far. It'd be nice to go just check it out, but I know that I would spend money if I went. Back to you, Grayson.
Please to you, Dave. Next up, K4PJM, Perry from Leesburg, Florida.
Good evening, Grayson, Ivan, Vicky, everybody in the Zoom room. Let's see, how many? I think we've been to around six, I think, at this point. Got my general a couple years ago, general just last month. So you got to go. You got to go. There's money to be spent, and there's things to buy. You just have to go. I'm not sure somebody agrees with me, but that's how it goes. I had a question to you, Grayson. How many have you been to? Have you been to Hamfest yourself? going back. You guys are doing a great job as usual. K4, PJM, back to net.
Done like 3, 4, maybe 6. Maybe 6. Maybe even 7. I don't know. I've only been a ham Cason since like 2019, so I'm not counting 2020 because of COVID. I think I was out 2021. I've been there every year since. So yeah, simply to you, Haley. Next up, KE2 Ethan from Ypsilanti, Terrace, New York, and
hello, Grayson. I have been to Zero. I'm a relatively new ham. I've had my license for about 2.5 weeks, but I am looking forward to going to some local ones in June.
please to you, Ethan. Next up, N5 RTC, Terry from Austin, Texas.
Good evening, Grayson, Ivan, Vicky on the logs, everybody in the Zoom room, including Sal and folks on the net. Put a down in the answer column. N5 RTC, back to net control.
Alright, simply to Terry. Next up, I will hand it over to Sal. W2, I forgot what the whole thing was, I'm sorry. Sal. W2SAL.
Thanks, Grayson. Well, after a little bit of technical difficulty on my end here with figuring out a log, let's see who else is out there that wants to check in the W2 ECR Usenet for tonight, and we'll get you in the logbook. So please come slow and come quick.
Echo 5, Quebec Uniform, VE5QU.
Anybody else out there wishing to check into the Usenet, please call now. We'll get you in the logbook.
K6 GBZ, K6 GBZ, in and out.
Is anybody else out there? We gotta have a few more people. Gotta have a few more of you. So please call.
November 7, Foxtrot calls Papa. November 7, Foxtrot calls Papa. N2 VLK. N2 VLK.
Oh, yeah.
Kilo 4 Delta Mike. Kilo 4 Delta Mike.
Julia 5, Mike, Zulu Lima.
Kilo 4, Golf X-Ray Sierra. Kilo 4, Golf X-Ray Sierra. Anyone else? I need like about 3 or 4 more of you to check in, then we'll hand it off to Ivan and he can run them.
KF 0 You guys gotta find that fun button, as our one pal out here says all the time in the morning. I'm gonna run it from the bottom up, and then I'll hand it off to Ivan. I got KF0WGX, K4GXS, KJ5MZL, KK4DM, N2VLK, N7 FGP, 6GBZ, VE5QU, and that takes us to the top of the list. With that, Ivan, KE2EGF, I'm going to hand it off to you, sir, and take it away.
Thanks, Sal, and good evening, everybody. This is Ivan, KE2EGF, and I'll be taking over this portion of the night for tonight. Alright, first up at the top here, we have Victor Echo 5, Quebec uniform, Randy in Christopher Lake, Canada. Question tonight is, how many times have you been to a Hamfest? You can approximate this to, if you want. Down to you.
Yeah, hello there, Ivan, and hello to everybody on the net tonight as well. I've been to about 50, I think, 50 Hamfests, as we call them up here, and never been to one in the US of A, and we go down to Orlando just about every November. Now that I hear there is one there, I'm going to be doing some research, and I sure hope to take in that one. Back to you.
Alright, well, thank you there, Randy. Next up we have, let's see here, November 7th, Foxtrot Golf Papa, and 7 FGP Scott in Jamestown, New York. Please come now.
Well, good evening, Ivan, and everyone out there listening tonight. I've been to exactly one. Hope to make that two come next month. Anyhow, thanks for doing the net tonight. Over to you.
Roger that there, Scott. Next up we have N2VLK Jeff in Lancaster, New York. Please come now.
Well, good evening, everybody. I hope you all had a good day today. Wasn't too bad. And myself, I've probably been to 15, maybe 20 Hamfests, not exactly, but in that area. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, and I'll say 7-3 and 2VLK.
73 to you there, Jeff. You have a good one there. And next up, we'll head on down to KK4DM, Jacob in Tempe, Arizona. Please come now.
Hi there, Ivan. I'm still a pretty new ham myself, so I've been to 3 Hamfests. I went to a lot to try to get some good deals on equipment when I was getting started. This is Kilo 4 Delta Mike. Back to you, Ivan.
Yeah, 73 there, Jacob. Next up we have KJ5NZL Michael in Georgetown, Louisiana. Please come now.
KJ5, MZL, this is Mike in Louisiana. Well, I got my license in October and haven't really been to one yet, so I hope to. Back to you.
Well, yeah, that's all right there, Michael. Yeah, it took me a while before I went to my first, about 6 months, but you'll probably go to them at one point, and they're very fun, in my opinion. You can find some great deals on equipment there. Anyways, 73s. Next up we have K4GXS, Coral, Bill in Coral Springs, Florida. Please come now.
K4GXS, Bill in Coral Springs. Well, I've been lucky. I think I've been probably maybe about 12 or 15 Hamfests here in Florida. I've been to the Hamcation in Orlando a number of times, and I was supposed to drive up to Dayton, and I've been to Dayton once. So back to you guys. Great job, Ivan, on the net, everybody up there. Thanks a bunch. Bye.
Thank you very much for checking in there, Bill. Next up we have KF0WGX, Brian in Tilden, Nebraska. Please come now.
Good evening, Ned. I have been a ham radio license operator for about 3 months now, and I have not went to one yet. I was going to try and make it to the Green Valley one, but they had bad weather down there, and I wasn't able to travel, and we had went to my first local meeting here. So I'll go to some meets, but not yet. Back to Ned.
73 there, Brian. Next up we have W5DON, Don in Corpus Christi, Texas. Please come now.
Well, good evening to you, Ivan, and to the rest of the net. Good to hear you again. Good to hear all of you again. And I think my total stands at 4. Most recent one of those would be Dallas. Sure would like to get up to Dayton someday if I can, but I don't know if that's going to make it, if I'm going to make it any time in the near future for that. So I'll say 73 and back to you, Ivan.
Thanks so much there for the check-in, Don. And next up, that's the end of this list. We're going to send it back to Sale for some more check-ins. W2SAL, this is KE2EGF.
Great job there, Ivan, so far, and I got to keep remembering that I got to spit that question out. For some reason, I keep omitting it. So with that, I'm looking for more people to check in to the Usenet here, number 156 tonight, April 18th. If you're out there and you want to check in and wave a hand and say hello to the kids. And our question tonight is approximately how many times have you been to a Hamfest? So with that, we'll take the check-ins now. Thank you.
2 Charlie Mike Tango, K2 CMT.
W2KJV, W2KJV.
Is anyone else out there?
VK2TRD, VK2TRD.
Caller, can you come back with your call sign again, please?
Victor Kilo 2 Tango Romeo Delta, VK2TRD.
Yes, sir, we've got you. Anyone else out there wishing to check in tonight?
Whiskey 0 Quebec Golf, Whiskey 0 Quebec Golf, Devin in Austin, Texas.
You guys just want to hear me sing to get on this net tonight, don't you? Alright, come on, we need about 4 more for you guys to check in, or ladies, or kids. We take them all. We've got to get a few more of you in here so I can turn it back over to Ivan. Nothing heard, so at that point I've got W0Q
Devin in Austin, Texas, VK2TRD. My buddy Tony, W2KJV. And Mr. Mike, K2CMT. With that, Ivan, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and you can run these out, and we'll see what happens after that.
Thanks, Sal. Well, first up on the list here, we have K2CMT, Mike in Debris, Florida. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan, and Grayson, and Sal, and Miss Vicky. I think if I did get my shoes off to add them up. I'm just kidding. I've been to approximately 10, and they've all been the same event, and that's Hamcation here in Orlando. For the last 10 years, I've been attending every year. Y'all have a pleasant evening and a great weekend coming up. This is K2CMT in DeBerry, Florida.
K2CMT, this is K2EGF. Thanks for checking in tonight, Mike. And by the way, question tonight is approximately how many times have you been to a Hamfest? For me, I have been to a Hamfest exactly 6 times, and those are kind of all the same ones around here. But actually, tomorrow I will be going to my 7th Hamfest, where I should see Bill. I don't know if we'll see Sal. You can answer. Sal, you can answer that if you're going to be at the Drumlins Hamfest in the next. Time I pass it back to you. No, I see you shaking his head. All right. Well, thanks for the information, Sal. And next up, we have W2KJV, Tony in Homestead, Florida. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan. Good evening, Sal. Good to hear you. Sounding good. I don't really know for sure, but I'm going to guess around 20. So everyone have a great night. Back to you, Ivan. This is W2KJV.
Roger that. 73 there, Tony. Next up we have VK2, Tango Romeo Delta, in Cloncurry, Australia. Please come now.
Yeah, alrighty there, Ivan. Eric, Echo Romeo on the chart. Well, Hamfests. I've been to about 15 Hamfests, I guess, in the last 20 years. And they're not big ones, but they're Hamfests regardless. So, yep, that's about it from me. I'm VK2TRD down here in Australia.
73 there, Alex. Next up we have W0, Quebec Golf, Devin in Austin, Texas. Please come now.
Hey, Ivan. Doing a great job running the net. This is W0QG. I'm a relatively new ham, so I haven't been into any hamcations yet, but they sure do look cool, and I'll try to do hamcation next year or something. Anyway, hope everybody has a great weekend. 7-3 and back to net control.
There's 73 Devin. Next up, I think, passing it back to Sal there. So W2 SAL. This is KE2 EGF.
Simon, okay, folks, we're winding it down. We have about another 15 minutes over here, so let's get the last of you check-ins in here for these youths, and we'll see what we can do to muster up some business for them. And don't forget, approximately how many times have you been to a Hamfest in your life, or as a ham? With that, let's see who we've got out there. Please call now. 9 DOA.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Golf Charlie Alpha.
Kilo 2 Sierra Romeo Papa.
KO4QMM. KO4QMM.
else out there wishing to check into the Usenet, please call now.
KB0GUF. KB0...
K5 IDD, KJ5 IDD. Anyone else? We'll give a last call before we send it back over to Ivan to run these, and let's see who else is out there. Q, Alpha Indy 5, Yankee, Quebec. I'll just be in and out. We got some stuff going on. Madam up, this is what I've got. KJ5 IBV, KB0GUF, KO4QMM, K2 SRP, KF8 GCA, and November 9 DOA. It's a little bit hard for me to read on this this laptop here. Everything is on the small print side, no matter how much I enlarge it. But with that, Ivan, I'm going to send it back to you, sir. From W2SAL to KE2EGF. It's all yours.
Right, Rocksmith Sale, thank you very much. And a question of mine here is, approximately how many times have you been to a Hamfest? For me, I've been to a Hamfest 6 times. First up on the list, we have N9 DOA, Eric in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Please come now.
And everybody, I just did turn on the into this and that, so I want to say it's maybe the first time I've been on, but anyway, boy, who's been back? I know that I've put at least 50 of them, but how many exactly, I don't really know. Anyway, in 9DOA, back to that.
Roger that there, 73 you, Eric. Next up we have Kilo Foxtrot 8, Golf Charlie Alpha, KF8, GCA. Carson is new to the system. Welcome with no email. If you want to put an email on your QRZ page, we will send you a welcome letter. And he is in Livonia, Michigan. Please come now.
KF. Yeah, first time here. Have I been to a Hamfest? No, because I will spend too much money. Back to you.
Carson, yeah, I can respect that. Yeah, sometimes you spend a little too much money at the Hamfest. It's pretty easy with what they're selling there for sometimes the low prices they have. Anyways, next up we have K2 SRP Scott in Orchard Park, New York. Please come now.
Thanks, K2 SRP. Actually got into this hobby during COVID, so no Hamfests, and got re-energized not too long ago, so I have not been to a Hamfest yet, but I've heard good things, so I'm looking forward, and I actually missed one in the Buffalo area this week I was planning on going to, but it all comes down to scheduling. But other than that, back to the net, 7-3, K2 SRP.
Well, 33 is to you there, Scott. Next up we have KO4QMM Roger, Namatilla, Florida. Please come now.
Well, good evening, Ivan and the Usenet crew. I've been to 2 Orlando Hamcations. Got to hang out with the Godfather and crew. Had a lot of fun. Looking forward to next time. Back to you, Ivan. KO4QMM clear.
Well, 73 is Roger. Next up we have KB0GUF. John in South St. Paul, Minnesota. Please come now.
Good evening, young man. Thank you for having me. Thanks, everybody. Hi to everyone on Usenet. I've been to a half a dozen or so. I've been to the big one in Dayton, and they're always a good time. Thanks again. KB0GUF. Cliff.
Right, 73 Steeler John. Next up we have KJ5IVV Brandon, who's also new to the system. Welcome. With no email on a secure set page, if you want to add one in, we will send you a welcome letter. In Boerne, Texas. Please come now.
Make a correction. It's KJ5IDD. I'm Tracy from Hobbs, New Mexico. Been to one. I've been to Roswell, New Mexico. A lot of fun, and had to watch how much money I spent when I went to that, and so I'd kind of stay away from them. Thanks, everybody on the net. Appreciate you. You're doing a great job.
After that, Tracy, thanks for the correction, and 73. And next up, there are no other check-ins, so we'll be sending it back to Sale, I think. Do you want it, or do you want Bill? Okay, Bill? Is that Bill? Okay, next. Okay, yeah, we'll send it down to Bill. N2BH, this is KE2EGF.
Thank you, Ivan. This is N2BH. Time for some more check-ins. A reminder, the question of the night is, approximately how many times have you been to a Hamfest? We got 6-7 minutes left. Come with the call signs twice. AI5YQ Alpha India 5 Yankee Quebec.
Number Alpha 3 Echo. F8DWB. F8DWB. HBT. Kilo 4 Hotel Bravo Tango.
All right, we'll acknowledge this list. We have Gary, K4HBT, Jack, KF8, DRC, I believe it was KF8, was it EWB?
DWB.
Okay, they got it corrected before I finished talking. We have Eric, neighbor of mine. Hopefully we'll see you at Hamfest in Palmyra tomorrow, NA3E. We have Marvin, AI5YQ. Anybody else? Call signs twice.
Kilo Juliet 5 Zulu.
Okay, we got KJ5Z, Michael. We'll turn it over to Ivan, and he'll run this list. Reminder, the question is approximately how many times have you been to a Hamfest? All yours, Ivan.
Thanks, Bill. N2BH, this is KE2EGF. First up on the list, we have AI5YQ, Alpha India 5, Yankee Quebec, Marvin in Jacksonville, Arkansas. Please come now.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I have never been to a Hamfest. I've been invited a few times, but have not been able to make it. But I do want to go sometime, so hopefully one of these days I'll be able to make it. I have a lot of equipment, though. Really don't need anything. But who knows? Okay, back to the net. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. Thanks for the check-in there, Marvin. And 73. Next up, we have an A3 Echo, November Alpha 3 Echo, and Rich or Eric there in Wolcott, New York. Please come now.
NA3E here, currently in Jonesboro, Arkansas for a couple of more weeks, and have been licensed 41 years. Too many Hamfest to count. I would say 30 plus. And I'll say hello to Bill and to BH. Again, Bill, been on the bike every month since we've been here. Back to that, NA3E.
That there, Eric. Wish you some nice bike rides while you're down there in Arkansas, I think you said, in 73. Next up, we have Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta Whiskey Bravo, KF8, DWB, John in Toledo, Ohio. Please come now.
All right, Ivan, you're doing a great job, kiddo. I've been to 5 Hamfests total, and the first 2 I went to were back in the 80s at the Lucas County Rec Center in Toledo, Ohio area. And just recently when I got my ticket, since then I've been to 3 in the Toledo area, and that's about it. They've changed a little bit since the 80s though, but you're doing a good job, kiddo. KF8 DWB.
All right, that there, John. Thank you very much for the contact. Next up we have KF8 DRC, Jack in Rochester, Michigan. Please come now.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, I've been in about, I would say 10 times. Last year I was out there 5 times. This year, not yet. And that's all I have. And thank you for running that net. KFA, Detroit, Rock City.
That 73 Steve there, Jack. Thank you very much for the check-in. Next up we have K4 HBT, Gary in Inverness, Florida. Please come now.
Hi, Vicky. Hi, Ivan. I've had my ham license for roughly 9 years now. Most of the time in that duration, I've lived outside the country. I'm a missionary, and I was down in the country of Panama, and I just recently moved back. Now, I'm only an hour away from Orlando, and I tend to start going to those. So as far as the number I've been to, that is 0 for now. But next year that will change. K4, HBT, back to net control.
Here, I'm sorry, I did not catch how many Hamfests you've been to. Can you repeat that?
Yes, it's kind of a story. I've had my ham license for 9 years, but I've lived outside the country most of that time. I'm a missionary, so I was in the country of Panama. I recently moved back, and I'm only an hour away from Orlando, so I intend to change that. Next year will be my first. K4, HBT, back to net control.
Actually, that there, Gary, that's pretty cool that you're a missionary up from Panama. That's pretty cool. Next up here, we have KJ5Z. Michael, who's new to the system, welcome, in Silsbee, Texas. Please come now.
KJ5Z, hello to the net. It's good to hear you, first time on. I was licensed when I was about 12 years old, originally 1982, so I have been to many Hamfests over the years, locally, and probably the largest ones in nearby Houston, Texas. Back to the net.
Man, 72 to see you there, Michael. And, yeah, that's the end of the night for that, everyone. Thank you very much for checking in tonight. Looks like we had 52 check-ins, which is pretty good. District number 2 got the most check-ins at 15. And the most popular answer was 0, as expected, with 9 check-ins answering 0. Second place is 6 with 10 check-ins, and at third is 4 check-ins with 15 Hamfests. Alright, that was kind of tongue twister there, but anyways, 73s everybody, this is KE2, Jeff, I'm clear, and sending it back to Bill.
Well, thank you, Ivan. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight on behalf of Grayson, Ivan. River was on assignment tonight. Fortunately, she missed the net, but thank you to Vicky and Sale for helping out. 52 of us had a fun time tonight, and always remember, if you have children, grandchildren, third-party traffic's always welcome. Like to get the young ones involved in the youth net, and tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, 40 meter net, 7.245. Everybody have a great weekend, and thank you again, and to BH.